is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. As you guys can tell by today's video title, we have an exciting video. We're going to be trying out some more viral TikTok beauty hacks. My current face is actually all TikTok beauty hacks right now, and I am so happy with some of these. I feel like sometimes we see viral TikTok beauty hacks and a lot of them are just for the shock factor or for clickbait, but sometimes even the wackiest ones do actually end up working somehow. So in today's video, we're going to be trying out some of the newer kind of beauty hacks that I've seen on TikTok lately. Also, now that we're in 2022, I have a sneaky suspicion that this year is going to involve so many new beauty hacks. I know that everyone is really fond of like the soap brows and the foxy eyes, but I actually feel like something new is coming. Like, my makeup routine is probably going to change so much this year. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think we're going to stick with all of the techniques we already know, or do you think we might go back to some of the old ones? Either way, I'm really excited to try some of these hacks for you guys in this video, so I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys are new here and you guys haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Roxy. Welcome to my channel. If you guys want to stick around, be sure to subscribe down below. But I guess if you guys want to see what viral TikTok beauty hacks we're going to be trying out today, then without further ado, let's get on into the video. So to start the video, I'm actually going to be trying out a viral kind of like contouring and highlighting technique. The technique that I'm going to be using today is this one right here. So this is the TikTok that I'm going to be recreating on my face. It's by the user called Christine Dominique, but I don't actually think that this is her own technique. I think she's actually recreating someone else's original like technique, but it's actually really cool. I mean, it looks a little bit excessive, I'm not gonna lie, but I really want to put it to the test. I'm gonna jump straight in with the contour. I'm gonna be using this cream contour stick by Fenty Beauty, and I'm just gonna put it in the same placement as she did. I won't lie, I'm always a little bit skeptical about these techniques where everyone is just piling and piling on layers of like product, and I just always think it's super excessive and it's just not actually gonna look good on your skin in real life. But on camera, it always seems to look so flawless. So I thought I would give it a try today. I actually think I've actually tested a very similar technique to this before. If you guys haven't seen any of my other viral TikTok testing videos, I will link a whole playlist in the eye so you guys can check them out. I always think it's really fun to try them out, even if they don't work, just because you can always just say, at least I've tried it. As crazy as it sounds, some of these techniques that look literally ridiculous do actually sometimes work. Okay, so when she applied the contour, it then seems that she applies like a mid-tone layer, which I think is just her foundation. So for this, I'm going to be using my current favorite foundation, which is the Shiseido foundation, and this is in the shade Linen. And what she does is she just applies it onto her cheekbones right next to the contour line. She kind of does a big stroke of that right there, and then she also applies it right onto the forehead. This foundation actually matches my skin pretty well, so you almost can't see it. And then lastly, she just applies some concealer. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And what she does is she applies it right here in the inner part of her eye. She then applies a little bit to her forehead. She does underneath her nose and just above her lip, and then mostly on the chin. And that is pretty much the whole placement of the contour and the highlight. I actually feel like compared to some of the other techniques I've seen on TikTok, this one is pretty tame. Now, she didn't actually show what she used to blend all of this out, but I'm just gonna use a dense brush like this. You could use a beauty blender, it's honestly down to you, but I kind of want to be a little bit more controlled with how this is blended together. So first up, I'm starting off with the contour, and I'm just blending that by kind of patting it. It's blending out pretty easily, which is good. So far, it's looking actually kind of good. I mean, the contour looks a little bit ashy. Now, with a different brush, I'm gonna go into the actual highlight, and I'm gonna try and blend that out. So the concealer is all blended in. All there's left to do is to blend out this nose contour. Okay, so here is the finished blended effect. I actually really like the coverage. Up close, I'm not gonna lie, it does kind of look a little bit heavy than what I'm used to. But on camera, I do have to say, it does actually look pretty nice and even. Obviously with this technique, because we have used all cream products, you are gonna have to set it if you don't want it to budge. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna use a little bit of powder to kind of set underneath my eyes, because I do get very oily there. So that is my base all finished and powdered. I would say that this is a really good technique. It definitely achieves a really like flawless, nice complexion as well as a subtle contour. Now, because I'm a little bit extra, I am gonna go ahead and actually apply some more powder contour over the top. So I'm gonna use my ROXI X Revolution Contour and Highlight Palette. I just feel like the cream contour kind of just blended away. I mean, it was definitely there, which is great as like a base, but I do like to be a little bit more sculpted than that. I also feel like applying a powder product over the top just means that everything that's cream underneath will just be locked into place and won't budge all day long. Now, would I do this technique again? I probably would, but only if I had a little bit of spare time on my hands, because the mapping out of all the products is kind of time consuming, but it does reap its rewards, so I am really happy with it. I'm gonna give it a big thumbs up. Now, moving on to the next hack, we have a brow hack. Now, the brows are the frame of your face, and I definitely feel like they're very important. So in this video, I've actually got two different techniques I'm gonna try on each brow just to see which one is better. The first technique I'm gonna do is this one right here, which as you guys can see is kind of gimmicky. I mean, when she draws the weird shapes that are like really angled, I'm like, why? Like, what's the point? But every time I see this hack, it actually ends up looking pretty decent. And I guess if you're struggling with your brow shape and if you're a beginner, this is a really good way to kind of get that arch. So for this technique, you're gonna be using a pencil that's quite thin. So you want the most precise tip that you can find. It also has to match your eyebrow color, so it can't be too light. It has to be either your eyebrow color or darker. So the first part of the hack is you draw a line from the start of your brow and you arch it all the way to the arch. So like it's a straight line right to your arch. You then take that line straight back down. Now my brows are kind of thick, so you can't even see this first line here. The next step is you draw a line here connecting to the arch line. And then you do the last line, which basically just follows the natural shape of the underneath of your brow. Okay, right now it looks kind of crazy, but we're gonna trust the process. So next, you take your pencil and you fill in the arch right here. Now, luckily with my brows, even though they're quite thick in this part here, the arch is quite sparse. So hopefully you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. I've just realized this brow is gonna be so arched. Oh my goodness, okay. I'm then gonna fill in this part here by just creating little strokes. I don't want it to be too blocky, if you know what I mean. And now lastly, what you do is you take a spoolie and you brush through the whole thing just to kind of merge it and make it a little bit more feathered. She then takes the spoolie and starts brushing it like backwards on itself like this to get that feathered front of the brow. And that is the brow. I mean, it looks kind of ridiculous. That arch just did not work. The way that you position that first line is so important because you can end up looking like this. I'm gonna leave it like this until I do the other brow so that we can really compare the techniques before I fix it. Now for the other brow, I'm gonna try a different technique. This one is by the user called Slay by Jess, and what she does is she literally just fills her brows with an eyeshadow. I actually happen to have a really good eyeshadow that matches my eyebrow color in my own palette called the Roxxi X Revolution Ride or Die palette. So for this, I'm going to be taking the dark matte brown shade called Cola. And I'm taking it on a brush like this, and I'm just literally going to stipple that all over my actual brow. And this feels so unnatural. Don't be scared to really get in there and mess things up because we are going to be cleaning up all of this afterwards. Now the next step is absolutely crucial. What she does is she takes a Q-tip and a little bit of micellar water, and she basically just uses the Q-tip to clean away and neaten up the brow. Honestly, fingers crossed this works. I'm just gonna go underneath first. Okay, it's working so far. I'm now gonna go on the top, so let's see. So again, I'm just gonna use the spoolie to brush through the brow ever so slightly. Okay, so comparing the two brows, I actually feel like I prefer this one. I mean, it just looks 10 times better. It definitely looks still a little bit blocky and full, but if you like that kind of look, if you like your brows to look super full, this is a really good technique. With this one, you could always use a lot less eyeshadow product, but it does look so nice and so natural, especially towards the front of the brow. I feel like in general, it just looks so much softer than using a brow pencil or pomade. pomade. I'm just gonna go back into this brow and just fix up the arch with the Q-tip because this one just ended up looking ridiculous. I'm gonna repeat the same technique of using the eyeshadow on the other brow just because I want them to match. Okay, so the brows now match. They look a little bit full for my liking, but I definitely need to perfect the technique and just make it work for me and my face. But overall, I definitely like the eyeshadow technique way more than the weird like squiggly pencil technique. Now moving on to the next TikTok hack that we're gonna be trying out is this one right here. Now this one is perfect for anyone that struggles with eyeliner. This one is by the user called Makeup by Journey, and what she shows you is how to achieve a really easy winged liner that's actually thin. I don't know if you guys ever have these days, but you try to do like a really thin, subtle liner, you know, nothing too crazy, and it ends up looking like this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, but if that's not what you want, then you have failed. So in her hack, she's basically saying that you should try and create the first line and then basically leave it at that. The part that most people go wrong at is that second line that connects the wing to your lid back into your inner corner. That is always the part that I always really struggle with, so I'm gonna try her technique instead. So for this hack, I'm gonna use the eyeliner that I literally use every day, and this is my ROXXI X Revolution Ultra Precise Felt Tip Liner. This one is super easy to use, especially if you're a beginner. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just apply my regular first line. So that first line, I'm pretty sure everyone can do fairly easily. So the next part you would usually do is join this point to this point of your eye. And that is the part that I really struggle with. But instead what she does is she just creates a little line to join the outer corner to like the lower part of this line. Okay, I'm sorry, but that was so easy. Like I didn't have to touch this point anymore because I already achieved it with the first line that I ever created. This is probably one of the thinnest eyeliners that I have achieved in a long time. I'm then just gonna go in and join my lash line to it. Okay, that liner looks so freaking good. It looks not too much. I could wear this every single day and it's actually really quick to achieve. I'm now just gonna repeat the same thing to my other side and I'll be right back. In this TikTok, the girl said that this technique is great for if you don't want to wear lashes, and sometimes when you do a thick liner, you end up feeling like you have to do lashes. Although I would be happy to go ahead and just apply mascara as it is, I am actually going to try out a lash hack. This next hack, I am so excited to finally get to try because I've had this product for a little while and I kind of forgot about it. The product in question, I'm sure you guys are already familiar with if you're on TikTok because this is literally everywhere. This is the Kiss Falscara. This is basically a bond and seal mascara glue, so you can use this and basically apply it to your lashes as you would with a mascara, and then you can apply these lashes but underneath your lashes, like not like on top like you usually would with regular lashes. So these are really discreet. They give you the look of lash extensions but at home, and they look like they're fairly easy to apply, so we're gonna give them a go. I've watched a few TikToks on how to use this because obviously I don't want this to go wrong. Like I don't want to mess around with my eyes. And everyone is saying in the TikToks that this product does dry quite quickly, so you have to work in small sections. Now with this product, you can use your own lashes and just like cut them up into sections, but I did end up getting the like kit that comes with it. This is also from Kiss and they're like singular clumps of lashes. So these are what the individual lashes look like. They're actually kind of nice. They're very wispy. Now I'm pretty sure for the best results, you're supposed to do this with like no eye makeup on, but I'm just gonna wing it. Okay, so first up I'm taking the Bond side and I'm just gonna brush this through the outer part of my lashes. They say a little bit goes a long way, so I'm just gonna try and stick this straight on. Okay, that first one has stuck on pretty well. I'm just gonna like clamp it with my tweezers and make sure it's really on. That's looking good. Okay, I'm going in with a little bit more Bond onto the lashes next to it. It feels like nothing's really applying to the lashes, but it actually did stick on, so I'm guessing it is. Now I'm gonna apply the next set. I'm not gonna lie, so far this whole process is kind of tedious, but I'm on my third lash now, so let's see how this is gonna look. And lastly, I'm now on my last lash because my eye is actually kind of short, so I don't think I could fit any more on. I'm using the smallest lash now just to kind of place into my inner corner. Okay, so finally I am finished. I feel like that eye took me about 10 minutes to do, but honestly, it is so worth it because it looks so real. Obviously, when you look at my eye when my eye's closed, you cannot see any lash band. It literally just looks like my natural lashes. If I look up, I'm sure you guys will be able to see where the lashes are kind kind of joined. I haven't done the best job because obviously I feel like this takes a little bit of practice. In general, it feels quite comfortable to have these lashes on. I can definitely see them because I'm just not used to having lashes so low down, but I feel like that's something I will get used to with time, and there's nothing like prickling me in my eye either. When you're applying them, you just have to make sure that you're not applying them too low to your eye. You want to give it a little bit of space so that they definitely don't prick you in the eye. I'm now just quickly gonna do my other eye off camera and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished result. Okay guys, so I finally finished both of the eyes. This is what they look like. Honestly, I am so freaking pleased. They literally look so natural. Like when I look up, you can barely see the band. When I look down, all you see is my natural lashes. This is probably the best eyelash experience I've had in a long time. Like I've stopped using lashes all the time because I just hate applying them. But this is actually really easy. There's no faffing around with glue because the glue is basically just a mascara that's black. I have also used the other end to seal them into place, and the seal is basically the thing that gets rid of the stickiness. But yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with them. I feel like this is all I'm ever gonna use for my lashes from now on. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the look of them? Would you ever try this, or are you a little bit scared? I'm not gonna lie, I was on the fence about putting lashes underneath my eyes, but now that I've done it, it doesn't feel that weird. So this last viral TikTok hack is definitely ROXI approved. Alright guys, so that was all of the viral TikTok beauty hacks I'm gonna try out for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I have to say my favorite beauty hack from this video is definitely the eyelash one. I just feel like it worked so freaking well. I also really loved the eyeliner hack. I just feel like that's gonna make my life so much easier from now on. Let me know down below in the comments which one of these life hacks was your favorite and whether you have tried any of them. If you guys have any other life hacks of your own when it comes to beauty, makeup, or whatever, definitely comment them down below because I feel like sharing is caring. Also, if you want to see more videos like this on this channel, make sure you guys smash that huge thumbs up down below and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. But that is all from me. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Mwah.